Welcome to Baba Sucia, and today we have
Samad Savage. You also got to teach me how to say that because that sounds like
Baba Sucia.
Baba Sucia.
Oh, Baba Sucia
It
means
sounds so American when I say it though.
no. It sounds pretty right how you said it. You said it pretty with the
Word?
accent and everything. Yeah, no, you said it
my,
right.
my Puerto Rican homie Solus would be so super proud of me.
Where you from, and how did you grow up out here in Jersey?
I'm from Montclair, but you know I had like 99% of my family, other than like my most immediate family, lived in East Orange and Newark and Orange. So like I'm pretty much a Essex County baby, you know. Yeah.
Okay, yo. So yeah, man. So how was it like as you were growing up, since you lived in like Montclair and like going to Essex County and stuff? With it, which is it is Essex County, but you was out here a lot, like going back and forth. Did you get to see both worlds? Like you'll be like, yeah, when I want to come out here and be rowdy, I come out here, but when I want to go relax, I'll go back home.
Well, not exactly. I feel like very misunderstood by both sides. Like I would come over to East Orange and Newark and stuff, and when I told people I'm from Montclair, they kind of expected me to have like a holier than thou, like high and mighty kind of attitude. But what they didn't know is like they middle class in Newark, I'm lower class in Montclair. My family was just struggling to keep me in there. And then also when the schools in Montclair, around that time, Get Rich or Die Trying, big white tees, baggy jeans, and do-rags was all popping. So I was very in touch with my culture. I'm wearing all of that. And then I got like a lot of white kids not understanding the culture and being disrespectful about it.
No, yeah, I can imagine.
My first fight was literally because I shouldn't have did. I came crazy, but I walked in the classroom and was like, yo, if I just want y'all to know, like, I got on new Timbs. If anybody step on my Timbs, you getting socked in the mouth. And this one like white kid, I remember, I'll never forget his name, Sasha Baker. He walked up to me and was like, oh yeah. And I was like,
Sasha Baker looked like he a problem.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, word, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. He stepped on my Timbs. I sock him in the mouth. He starts crying. The teacher is like, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that? And I'm like, I gave an announcement. You heard it. So yeah.
But hey man, that's what comes with that, bro. If you want to come step in somebody's shoes, that's what you get.
Now, you know what's crazy though? Like I was fronting. I'm not even like the type to care about like valuable things, but at that time
you heard 50 Cent just took control.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who I was as a person, so I got a little bit of regret, but at the same time I still think like I wouldn't like go in a room and announce like don't step on my sneakers because that's ignorant to me.
Yeah,
but I still punch somebody in the mouth. They did it on purpose.
Oh yeah, no, I still would too. Yeah. If somebody stepped on my shoes, I probably will put them in the rock bottom, but that's about it.
No rock bottom, God.
Yeah,
damn.
man. Nah, I don't play. I go for wrestling moves. I'm trying to hurt the
all
right.
Like
rock bottom.
When you said rock bottom, I thought you meant like under the ground. I'm like over shoes.
No, not like that. No, that's
I know
crazy,
we talking
bro.
our shit, but damn.
No. I meant like rock bottom wrestling move. Dog. I ain't no violent person. I'm a peaceful ass motherfucker. But yeah. So how was it though? Like you being able to see two different dynamics.
It's crazy. Like there's this strange form of racism where like I think parents wouldn't let their kids hang out with certain kids. So I never really made it to any of like my richer friends' houses.
Oh,
so I got to hear stories about them having all of the new shit immediately and just being like, yo, like. I remember when Xbox came out, like, yo, play online with us, and I'm like, I'm still playing PlayStation 2. Like,
oh, man, yo, welcome to the fuck. Yo, man, it's like, we might have the same, type of, we have similar backgrounds, brother.
I mean, regardless, so I'm very grateful, though, because I still, no matter what, I was safe. I always had the option to leave any dangerous situation, so I'm not trying to sound ungrateful,
Okay. So were you always, how did you pass time as a kid, basically? Because if you were
porn. Nah, as a kid, other than that, I would play a lot of video games, like, and make music. I've been producing since I was like 8 years old. So,
damn.
So it was just mad media.
Tapped you into that?
Shout out to my older brother Aziz, but by extension, my auntie Halima. She just brought the FL Studios into the house, and like once I came over there and my brother was like, yo, check this out. I checked it out. And like, that's all I did every time that I went to my pop's house. Like I would literally just run to the computer and just be stuck in it. Like not worried about anything else.
Okay. What was like the first music that you made? What was the first thing that you were like, that you could remember? You're like, yo, this shit was, can't believe I did this.
Everything that I remember about that time was ass, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
I was, oh man.
What happened during that time that was so ass? If you don't mind me asking.
Nah, I mean, I was just like looking back at it, like I didn't understand what made rap so dope. Only thing I understood as a kid was flow.
Okay.
And like lyricism and like saying certain things, but I didn't understand like the concept of a metaphor or like
Double entendre.
saving your best bar for every like fourth bar, so people like it has a reaction and timing and things like that. I was just like, I want to rap, so I'm just gonna rap and not think about anything else, and I'm just only gonna rap about how good I am at rapping. You know what I'm saying?
So what would you say? What goes into like the process of you making a song? Like as to back then when you were like younger and now, what's the difference between then and now? Besides like you speaking about the metaphors and knowing that part.
It depends on the day, to be honest. Like I started off, as I said, just rapping about rapping good, but then I also had like a childhood where like I always felt out of place and felt like weird and different from everybody. So like there was a song by Eminem, "Sing for the Moment." I remember I had another one of those weekends where like my father was supposed to pick me up and he let me down, but we cool now. But at that time, and then I just like played that song and like I remember like bawling my eyes out, but also like feeling sad, but also feeling like, you know, somebody out there gets me.
Yeah,
like I'm not alone in what I'm feeling. I can still make it through the day. Maybe I'll be an Eminem one day, you know. So I wanted to transfer that feeling, not necessarily through like inspiration of rap, but like help kids feel like, you know what, Samad went through that, so I can get through it too, you know?
Yeah. And I noticed with your music is not like, oh, trap, like none of that shit. It's very actually positive, like hip hop music, I've noticed.
Word.
Like your shit is very positive music. Like how do you like come up with the concept to like, how do you do it? Like just make
honestly,
music?
I just say what's on my mind, you know what I'm saying? Like I definitely do have my violent and negative songs and stuff.
Oh no,
too,
everybody has to have, you know, rowdy songs.
It's not that I have to. It's just like I like to talk about every single part of humanity. Nobody's all perfect one way. Shit. Yeah. So you might get a song from me where I'm like, F this, F that, and then the next song I'm not cursing the entire song because I'm trying to like.
How was it like? When was it like the first time that you really realized you was like, oh shit, like I really am that dude when it comes to making this music. Like I really got it.
I mean, I think to believe in yourself in, you know, the 2000s and 2010s in New Jersey, you have to be like some kind of psychotic to really like believe in yourself at this point. So I don't want to say I was delusional. I was very aware of like where I was at and humble, but I definitely had to be like feeling like I'm the nicest ever to combat how much like pushback that I was getting on me just trying to achieve my dream. So, yeah, it took a lot of like not caring what everybody else think and just believing or seeing where I was going to be. Like I'm a lot nicer now, but at a time where I wasn't as nice, I was still thinking like, nah, but where I'm going to be in a couple years, I know who I'm going to be. I know where I want to go. So I can talk about that now, you know?
Okay. So when did you like start noticing like, oh man, like people are starting to catch on to what I'm doing? What year was that?
That's not hard to notice with Instagram analytics and stuff.
No, obviously, but what was the year? Nah, like, cause there's always that one time where like before the analytics came out that you was like, oh shit.
I mean,
what the fuck? Like, oh, we here right now.
If I'm being real, yo, I think most artists, like underground artists, before they get to the point of like numerical like notoriety, they're not going to see it. Yeah, they're just gonna have to believe it. Like some people get caught up and they'll do a show with like 30 people in the crowd and everybody in the crowd messing with them and they feel like, yo, I'm on, like I'm out of here, like I'm good, da da da. And then the next week they do a show in front of 100 people and they don't do as well and the crowd boos or whatever. It's like you don't really know until you see the numbers for themselves. And then even then, like numbers lie. Like you could have like 200,000 Spotify monthly listeners one month and then have 50,000 another or just one because you don't know who's like a real fan. A lot of people don't talk about that too. Like it's very important to not just get out to audiences, but to be able to keep them as fans. As Dr. Dre said, the hard part is keeping them mother.
How do you say that you keep people as fans with you?
I think I'm vulnerable enough to give people a piece of my heart, and if they receive it and they share some similar experiences, it's kind of hard to not follow up with that person.
Okay. So you say you're like you give a lot of your emotions like in your songs and stuff. What's one of your like most emotional songs that you got that you're like, yo, this is my shit right here?
You know, it's crazy. My most emotional songs, I don't feel like that about. I kind of just like, I don't even like to think about my most emotional songs. But those are the songs that like people will DM me telling me like that song saved their life. Like type stuff. And I'm like, I appreciate that I made that song, but I don't want to listen to it again because I don't want to relive that.
Oh, okay. So you're the type that like when you listen to your own music, you're like, damn, I'm not trying to listen to that shit again. Nor am I.
Not all my music. It's usually a track or two that I gotta skip on every project because it's like it's a little deep right now.
So do you like kind of like certain songs that are deep? Do you perform them or do you choose to kind of like I'm gonna leave that there for the moment that I'm ready to sing this shit?
It depends. It depends because like those are very like niche things. I'm not. A lot of crowds that I'm performing, not 100% of the crowd is my fans. And I'd hate to like show them a song and they vibe. I'm like, yeah, man, yo, all right, cool, we having a good time. And then like I perform like
yo, let me hit you with this song right here, yo.
Yeah, let me remind you of your depression at home. Like,
oh man, god damn it, dude. So how do you like kind of steer away from like, or like not steer away, but like how do you kind of figure it out? Like, yo, how can I do a song where it's like, all right, I'm gonna make it like this, but not try to push it too much like this, but then also not try to push this type of stuff. Like,
I mean, I usually let it flow, and then the trying part comes after the song is already made. I like to, freeform a lot of my thoughts and opinions, record it, and just get that one mix, and then go back to it like, okay, I'm going to replace this lyric because I feel like this is to this, or let me do this verse again, But like in the creation process, I just let it be at first.
Okay. So you're more of a like, all right, I'm gonna just let this shit rock, and then however it turns out.
See how it feels.
Okay. So when did you so how was like doing your first performance ever, like on the stage and stuff? How did that feel?
I remember when I was actually my mom was driving me there because I think I was like 17 at the time, and I'm about to perform. It's my first performance. I'm calling my brother, or no, he called me. He's like, "Yo, I know you about to go up. Like, are you scared? You nervous?" And I'm like, yeah, like I never done anything like this before. And he was like, well, you plan on doing this for the rest of your life, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, then it's just another day on the job. And ever since then, I kind of look at it as that. Like, everybody gets like the jitters before they get on stage as an artist, even if some artists will lie and be like, no. But once I step foot on that stage and the music starts playing, I kind of just tap back into work mode. And I'm just like, all right, like we here now. Like, there's nothing before this or after this matters. It's just present.
Okay. So how was it like setting up, like how to take me through like your process of setting up how you do your music and how you like process it down from the jump? Like how does that happen with you?
I kind of just write, and then actually no. It depends on what's happening in life. If there's a situation going on that inspires me, I might start writing. If there's a sound that inspires me, I don't know, I'm walking outside, I hear a bird tweet the right way, and I just imagine a melody over it, then I go home and create that, and then add the words later. It's different for every single song, to be honest.
So how do you get over writer's block when you're having a difficult moment and trying to get the music?
I think the way I get over it is to not believe in it, to be honest.
What?
Yeah,
type of crazy shit is that, bro? How do you not believe in that shit? What?
It's like a Jedi mind trick.
That's crazy as hell. That's what you gotta teach me that shit.
I literally I think everybody who claims to have writer's block are holding themselves to a standard that's so high, and I think the only way to get over that is to say like, I'm gonna write no matter what, even if this comes out ass. I don't have to release it.
Yeah,
I just got to keep writing and keep writing and keep writing, and eventually something's gonna come out dope. So, I mean, I don't necessarily burn myself out. Every once in a while, if I work on something more than like 2 hours, I'm like, okay, I'm overthinking. Let me chill. But I never really worry about like not having enough inspiration.
And so with that, what album or song was the most difficult for you to come up with that you was like, damn, this shit?
I would say Trust the Weird Kids for sure, because that's like, I don't know if you know, I did like a track list where the whole album made a sentence, but I didn't just like pick a sentence and then separate it. I made sure every single song had the word or words in the record. You know what I'm saying? So the whole sentence made out, trust the weird kids, they're on to something. Don't trust the bullies, they're scared, society won't accept them, so be yourself.
Damn, how the fuck you come up with that?
I had
like how's that even possible? That shit sounds like you was sitting there for like hours. Like yo,
I really wasn't. You can ask my wife, yo. It was like the most organic situation. Like I just had a song called Trust and an idea for a song called Don't Put Your Hands on Me. And I was like, don't trust. And then like,
what is you Don't Put Your Hands on Me about? Is that like,
it's about domestic violence and how
an
like,
idea like from hearing it. You did it for more like the victims of that and stuff like.
Yeah, I mean the victims, the friends of mine that have gone through that. Like,
had a few too myself.
Man, I'm
family members too and shit.
Yeah. So I had did an interview with Urban Outfitters like a year or two prior to that. Where
how was that, bro? What?
That was fun.
Yeah, I just go. Yeah, I did an interview with Urban Outfitters.
I'm just, hey man, I'm sourcing. I ain't flexing.
You got to talk. We got to talk about this. How was that though? How was that? How did that even happen? How did that?
I did a song about my town and then performed one of the shots in front of Urban Outfitters.
Okay.
And they were like, "Yeah, we like this," and gave me money and a chance to perform at the Urban Outfitters in an article and clothes.
That's sick.
Yeah, honestly, that's
the
so
best
dope.
part right there. Yeah, being an artist ain't that bad.
Yeah, nah. I mean, looking back at it though, like I'm very grateful for every opportunity, but I kind of felt like they should have like maybe worked with me more. Oh, and I'm not saying it just because it's me, but I think if they show they truly care about the development of the artists that represent their brand. But anyhow, I still shop there.
Yeah, that's my favorite spot to go shop at, bro.
Right. So I told them.
So I got these at. But nah, yeah, you saying?
Oh yeah. They said, "Is there anything that you want to say out there to the next person that might be inspired or something like that?" And I was like, "Trust the weird kid. He's onto something." And I was talking about myself in reference to that. And I was like, I've always loved that I said that. Like, it was very random, but like that just felt like it should be a title to something. So I was like, I'm gonna make an album called Trust the Weird Kids. And then after having Trust the Weird Kids and Don't and Trust, I'm like, oh snap, I think I got something here. And then I started piecing together like the message that I wanted to get across and making a song for each word. There's only like one song on there that I probably wouldn't have put on there if it wasn't for the sake of trying to stick to the concept.
Or is it just because you just felt like, nah, this doesn't feel right? But everybody else fucks with say hard.
Yeah, everybody loved it.
You're the only one. It always be like that. And another question I always got for artists: how the fuck do you combat that issue when you have a song that everybody in there is like, yo, this is fire, but you're fighting with your fucking camp, but then you just say, fuck it, we're gonna drop it, and that shit turns out to be the fucking star, the fucking one that everybody plays. How do y'all deal with that when y'all
I do you one better, bro? My biggest song, Good Night. Sitting at like probably like near 4 million streams now.
God damn.
It was supposed to be a throwaway. Thank you. It was supposed to be a throwaway. I like did a freestyle over the homies beat, and I just had this other one sitting in a tuck, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just do this verse and then put it at the end of this video. And I did that, and then a situation came where I was about to have a lot of eyes on me, and I'm like, I don't know what to like drop. You know what? Screw it. Let me finish this song. I finished the song, drop it the same day as like the eyes was gonna be on me, and like it blew all the way up. Like, I love the song, don't get me wrong, it's a really dope song. I put a lot into it, but it's just like the fact that it was supposed to be a throwaway just it teaches me, you know, never overthink, yo.
Yeah. And I guess that's where you kind of like use that idea to stop overthinking about shit. It's all full circle now. I get it now why you don't like to do that. But yo, damn. So you did that, and then from doing like working with Urban Outfitters and putting out that first song and stuff that you was like, oh, I didn't think people was gonna like. So how did you combat like all that shit, and then like you kind of sit there and be like, damn, like do you ever have the moments where you sit there and be like, damn, bro, I was over here like complaining about shit, and it ain't even that fucking bad on my side right now, like. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you know, hindsight is 20/20 for sure. But you know, I got a question for you.
What's up, bro?
Are you Dominican?
Yes, sir.
You from the Heights?
Yes, sir.
You consider yourself black?
Yeah, nigga, what the fuck? How, that's another question I got for you. How do you tap into both races with making music?
Oh, like Latin and
like no, I mean like you tap it like
well, I get what you're saying, like to all different demographics.
Oh, yeah, how do you do that?
Believe it or not, because this is gonna sound crazy, but it's just, I guess, factual. I think because I'm a very lyrical artist, a lot of people try to put me in like the lane of like Eminem and like that style of rap, which
you gonna last forever.
Base, yeah, of course, but the fan base of those people is like, you can ask No Name.
It's like, like their fans are like,
yeah, just like hella, yeah, a lot of white kids. But it's crazy though, because I love that experience, because I feel like I've gotten to have so many conversations with like conservative Republican
and they fuck with
Confederate flag waving like kids who are like are on a path to, you know, getting further and further into like, you know, KKK territory. And I get the opportunity to show them a different light. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not that I owe that to them. They got Google, but it feels good to like, I guess, portray a figure that is a different image.
Think about it. Sometimes like you do shit and you may need an outside source to be like, bro, just come on. Think about it this way. Like,
but some of them don't care, bro.
Yeah, no. Those are the ones that are not.
I had a conversation like for like 4 hours through DMs with this one like 14-year-old white kid. He was like super racist. And I'm like, yo, you like basketball? You like sports? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what's your favorite sport? He goes, basketball. And I'm like, who's your favorite players? All black. And I'm like, oh, nah, I mean, you listen to my music, right? So you love rap. All right, who's your top 5? Of course, Eminem's in there. But
after
all
black.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
So I'm like, bro, how you gonna act like we're the bane of this earth when I mean, of course, we're so much more than just entertainment. Like, we wouldn't have potato chips in America without black people.
And we wouldn't have peanut butter without black people or an AC.
Yeah. So there's so many different things.
A lot of shit. And I think it was like a blood transfer or some shit too. Or the blood transfusion. Yeah, that was made by a black person too. So there you go.
At the end of it all, he's like, nah, man, I feel you. You're right. Another day goes by and he's like, you know what? Nah, fuck Black Lives Matter in my DMs. I'm just like, yo, what the hell? And come to find out, the whole reason that he was following his father's racist footsteps is because a black guy stole his girl. And it's like, I can't control that. Why are you upset at me for that? But it's like, as I said, some people are kind of just so far off the rocker, you can't really save them, while others, we have the opportunity to set a new day and give a different perspective of each other and not generalize.
Cool. See, you hear that?
I hope somebody takes me saying F Black Lives Matter out of context. That'd be like really hilarious. Like,
that'd be fucking wild as hell. Be like, he just said Black Lives. Fuck Black Lives Matter. It's over.
It's gonna chop. Everybody's gonna be like, my name's Samad Savage. Fuck Black Lives Matter.
Nah, man. Brought to you by this message. Yeah, that's wild as hell. But nah, yo. So let's get to some of the stuff. So what albums do you have or songs that you're working with now that you're gonna be dropping to people?
The internet is a terrible place, coming very, very soon.
Why did you come up with that name? The internet is a terrible place, which is true, but
well, I mean, the concept of the album continuously pushes the fact that the internet is a terrible place, but it is somewhat of a reflection of real life. It's just everybody being able to put a cloth in front of like who they are, a little bit of a barrier. But it's like, oh, these parts are still in you, you know? And I feel like that's something that we all have to just look at each other and just reflect on sometimes. But at the same time, you know, there's some fun vibes on there. There's some personal vibes on there. Shout out to Varick Street in affiliation with Def Jam under UMG for, putting me on so we can give this project the platform that it deserves. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Def Jam, I did see that you signed with them. You signed with them?
Not with Def Jam. I tried to make it so clear, but
it was like a partnership or something?
It's a subsidiary of Def Jam.
Well, what does that mean? You know, I'm a little slow. I was in those slow classes. With like
pretty much like they're owned and in association with Def Jam. There's people who work with Def Jam and worked for Def Jam who are working there. They're in the same building. Mm-hmm. And the chain of command is kind of like Varick Street, Def Jam, UMG.
Okay.
So UMG is Universal Music Group. Mm-hmm. So I'm in affiliation pretty much. And also like I didn't sign like a deal where it's like they own the rights to my name and my merch on tour. And it's not a 360 deal. This is a distribution deal, which is the best deal that you can get as an independent artist because you get funding for your ideas and you don't owe the label anything. Other than their percentage when the song comes out for however many years you guys agree to.
Copy. So, damn. So explain to me how this like, who put how did this even like?
All right. So I mean, of course, my talents gotta speak for itself.
Well, yeah, obviously that's gonna be number one.
One thing that I learned in this industry, 99% of it is relationships. You got to build relationships with the right people. And shout out to my manager Owen. He's been out here grinding his ass off. Pause. I think. And going crazy and like meeting so many different people, getting in like Zoom meetings with Tunji, who's also the president of Def Jam right now, and the brother of Akon.
Yo, you want to laugh at something funny?
Sure.
Yo, when I was in the 8th grade,
I was like, that's a way to start a story.
Bro, it's kind of bananas, yo. It's the craziest shit. You gonna be like, you gonna look at me and be like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck are you doing as a
if I don't laugh, it's gonna be so awkward now.
It's not even fun. It's not like a funny.
You didn't even say like you want to hear something. You said, yo, you want to laugh at something?
No, it's not even like, it wasn't even that. Like, it wasn't even fun. Let me rephrase that. You want to hear a crazy story about Def Jam? You know, I once went to, during the NFL, it was the NFL AFC Championship game, Giants versus New York. And that's when New York won for the second time.
Yeah.
And that's like, yo, shit. When Victor Cruz won.
You said Giants versus New York?
No, Giants versus, fuck, I'm crazy. Yo, it was Giants versus 49ers.
Got you.
And that's when Alex Smith was on the team. And that's when we had Victor Cruz. And Victor Cruz was eating. Like, he was really eating around that time. And we played, and no, I was there, and we was at Sean Pecas' house. You know who Sean Pecas is?
Nah,
he's the old president of Def Jam.
Oh,
way
word?
Back. And I was sitting right next to Rosenberg. And no, not Rosenberg. Ibram. And Angie Martinez is to my left-hand side. Wow. And then I think Cameron's baby mom was sitting all the way across.
What?
Like, yeah.
Oh, you was in the mix.
Yeah, I was in the mix. And being in the 8th grade, like, what the fuck can I offer these niggas? I couldn't say shit. I was just looking at them like, yo, oh my God. Like,
I would've asked
what
for
the?
an
I wish I was in
internship.
college. I wish I was in college around that time. I couldn't even get an internship. Like, it was like that type of shit. Like, I was like 14, 15. So there's nothing.
Believe it or not, a lot of people in this industry do want to help out younger people. Like, some of them are perverts, so be careful with that.
Yeah, that's why.
But a lot of them do want to like help younger people, and since they see somebody's young, they're willing to give them more opportunities. Like my manager is, I think he just turned 19, or he's about to turn 19. I don't know. Either way,
he's a youngin'.
He's a youngin', and like when he was like 16, he was doing internships at like for sports lawyers and shit like that. Like he was in the mix because people just wanted to. They saw how hungry he was and wanted to, push that motion.
But yeah, man, like I met them and I looked at, because they were showing the JPP, because Jason Pierre-Paul's dad is blind. He lost his sight like when he like I think his senior year of high school. Damn. And I looked at Ibram and I said, yo, that's sad as hell. But I had a smile on my face. I wasn't laughing, but I was like, damn, bro, sad as shit. This motherfucker can never see him play. And I'm smiling when I said it, but I didn't really mean it. Like, I was just like, damn, man, that's like, I'm smiling at the story because laugh? I'm like, no, he kind of like looked at me and was like, nigga, that's not fucking funny.
Oh shit,
little ass nigga.
It's not funny, but
like, the way that
I'm not gonna lie, I
had a terrible introduction to the industry after that. Like,
this is why I would get canceled, because I wouldn't laugh because it's funny, but the awkward silence that has to happen after that is just like,
yo, it was just some crazy shit. I didn't even mean it like that. I was just saying, like, because I forgot they had shown something funny but prior to that, and then I was still laughing off of that. And then I looked.
A similar situation, I'm at like a family member's house, and then a family member asks another family member, like, yo, why haven't like I met any of your siblings? Like, we don't talk about them and whatnot. And then the other family member goes, well, that's because most of them are dead. And I'm like,
don't have me there. I'm laughing. I'm getting punched in the face. Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, it's not funny that they died. But that was just like a crazy turn. Like, I feel like I watched too much Family Guy growing up.
Bro,
and like
too.
randomness
South Park was my
like
shit, though.
South Park too, like just random shit. Just it always gets me, like random dark shit.
But now, man, now we're getting closer to the end of stuff. Let me not keep you for too long. So, what's a message that you would give to a younger person trying to do what you do? I always ask people this every time.
I know it sounds like your parents are BSing you when they tell you this, but really spend half, save half. But don't really worry about that until you get your first job and you're able to pay taxes, because paying your taxes is extremely important. Like, I don't think that this system in America that we got is necessarily efficient, because we can't choose where our tax money goes. But to protect yourself, just make sure you save a little bit of extra money aside. And most importantly, wash your ass, yo. For real. Like, you've been sitting in the house for 3 days in the same drawers, like acting like this is how you going, finally meet the one. Don't start taking showers every day when you meet her. Get in the habit of it. You feel me?
Yeah. And brush your teeth.
Yeah. Specifically your balls, because I know what's going on.
But and this last thing too. Who are your top 5 most influential rappers? Yeah, that influence you, or artists that influence you. You can mix them in if you want.
I just want to know: are you saying like the most influential, or are you saying that influenced you? Because it sounds like you said both at the same time.
Well, it's kind of like you could pick. Like, you could have your top 5 in both. Like, if you want your top 5 influential and top 5 rappers.
My number 1 would have to be Lupe Fiasco, because Like, there's no other rapper that really showed me how different you can be and how far you can take it and how you can really rap about anything if it's dope. So definitely him. Number 2 would be Eminem, because he was the artist that showed me you can make, of course you can rap and be talented and whatnot, but once you make music that touches somebody in their heart, like, that can inspire them to keep on living, and that's just the feeling that I want to continue to transfer on to other folk. Third, I'm gonna have to say Big Pun, because I feel like he really taught me how to flow, and that there's no real barriers when it comes to what is it called, syncopation when with rapping. Like, you can be, there's so many different pockets. He just pushed me to go beyond and not just rap on the beat like everybody else would. Common. Woo! He has remained so positive for a majority of his career.
That's why he looks so young.
Yeah, and just continues to make, like, inspiring music that I call
What's
it
your favorite
healing
Common
music.
song?
Common song, I would have to say Black Maybe. That song is like, it's underrated. But it's about how a white man just is a black maybe. And, like, what that means is we're not guaranteed anything as black people, and we have to understand that, and still, go strive for everything that we can.
But we're not guaranteed.
We got to work a lot harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite record by him. And then lastly, I think I'm gonna put Big Daddy Kane.
Woo. Damn, bro, you got some hitters.
Yeah, it's crazy. I saw him perform twice, but once I saw him perform at the big age that he has, all due respect, and saw how he was getting down and still dancing like the old videos that I saw of him back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It just made me feel so inspired, because it's like, yo, like, there's no reason to slow up. You can be nice forever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And an honorable mention, just because he had such an impact on who I was in my career, Lil Wayne, for sure.
Lil Tucci?
Yeah. There's not much to be said about the GOAT, man. Oh, and lastly, I know we said 5, but just last, Nicki Minaj. I feel like not enough people give her credit.
What? From the Sri Lanka? What?
Yeah.
Sri Lanka?
Nicki Minaj, like, seriously inspired me to always think outside the box flow-wise. She's always coming with a flow that's just, like, infectious and undeniable. A lot of people like to discredit her and whatnot. Yeah, she don't have all those awards that you expect her to have, but, like,
hip-hop doesn't really get all those awards anyways, because they always getting janked or bullshitted out of an award.
But not albums like the Pink Print.
That was a really good one.
A lot of people always talk about Pink Friday. And
Pink Friday was a nigga, what? Tom's bigger than the monster.
It was tough.
What? Bro.
That's crazy, because you definitely just quoted a verse that wasn't on that album.
Oh, it wasn't on that album. Yeah, you're right. Fuck, I feel like an asshole. It wasn't.
But Pink Print, that album was just, like, insane to me, and showed me that, like, you don't have to be in one lane. You can really do whatever you want with the shit.
Yeah, man. She's a. You know what it is? I feel like what I like about her is that she's kind of got that old school mentality. Like, fuck that. We're still in competition. We ain't gonna be best friends.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like we miss that, because everybody's best friends though. But I kind of like, we need that, and she's kind of like from that era of, like,
that's some New York shit. If I'm being real, like, they always got that, like, that competitive nature about themselves.
Nah, but you know why I kind of like it is because nobody gave her, like, an easy way in the beginning.
Absolutely.
And she beat the fuck out of everybody to get her ass in there. So now she's like, I ain't gonna, no, bro, this is not how this works. It works the way that I learned it, and that's how I'm gonna be with everybody else.
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes I wonder if she had, like, if she ever has any regrets. Like, if there's anything that she did that she was like, I would have did that a little bit different. But everybody's human, so I would hope that everybody has a healthy amount of regrets.
Yeah.
Don't let it dwell. But at the same time, like, I feel like most people can't even really judge who she is and how she got there and what she did, because who are you to do so? Do y'all see where, like, the mountains that she had to climb? There was not, besides what, Lil Kim. There's so many artists that I can mention, but, like, if we're being real, competition wise, there wasn't a woman that prominent in rap at that level, respected on the same level as all of the male rappers, other than Lil Kim, maybe Queen Latifah, and MC Lyte.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, once again, not to discredit all of the awesome women of rap, but I'm talking about, like, that caliber of, like, oh, she being compared with the dude.
And her fans will fuck you up.
Eve, for sure.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget about Eve. When she used to be with the Rough Riders, too.
Yeah, and Foxy. I can
even I was a kid. I used to find her
there.
so sexy back then because of like the print, the dog print that she used to have.
Yo, I was so confused because I'm like, I like girls and I like long hair, but like
she made me like girls with short hair, bro.
Yeah, I was like, man.
Yeah, man. Great classics. So yeah, man. You know, thank you for being a guest.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about Evil.
Oh no. Yeah, that's funny as hell. Yo, but once again, brother, thank you for like taking the time out to come in here. I know you're busy as hell with like doing your tours and stuff and all that because we've been trying to work this for like the past minute, but we finally got it. We finally got it.
We got you.
Yeah, and we got you in a nice like location,
Yeah. Although I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna have to try out for some like very strange roles with this
no,
couch.
Don't worry. Oh no, this couch not any one of those couches,
okay,
bro.
Got you.
Don't worry. Nah, but Baba Sucia, we out.